Hello gamers, we are back. This time we will play some Willem de Eerste, and we see how it goes. I'm pretty positive that we will probably get a lot of really good games in this ship, just because this ship is the standard glass cannon that you all know and love. It has not the best armament. It got a pretty long citadel. It's probably showcased by this fucking bluish paint here. I don't know, it does not seem completely accurate. I think the citadel is probably more around this area. Like stops here, but goes like very far into the back. So it's easy to hit. And this is one of these ships that can get Death Strike. And I really like that about it. It's not something that is very forgiving. The moment you turn broadside, a BB has the shot on your broadside, or some sort of heavy cruiser like Stalingrad, all these ships that can actually pen BB citadel plating. Those are the ships that can definitely death strike you. And I love that. I love that we get ships that get punished if they play bad. If they open up, if they turn out, make a broadside turn, whatever, and don't just have waterline citadel like other ships, for example Libertad, who just don't get punished for doing any stupid stuff. They can just do whatever they want. And we get cruisers that have the same syndrome, that can just turn out broadside. It doesn't matter. They're still gonna get like maybe 10k into their belt. But like, who the fuck cares about 10k? I'm just thinking about ships like Hawaii and others that just have really hard to hit citadel, and it makes playing into those ships very unrewarding, because they are strong, but they don't have the downside of having to worry about bad armament and stuff like that. So what the fuck is the point of these ships, right? It's just very unrewarding to play into them, and we kind of misaimed that salvo, unfortunately. It's just very unfortunate to play against them, and not something I would like to see more in the future. I would like to see more Willem de Eerste. Not per se that this ship is very good balanced and fun to be played against. That's definitely not the case here. But at least you have a ship that gets punished the moment something shoots it and actually is able to land a couple of hits into the broadside, right? So that's something I really like about this ship, and something I would like to see more of in the future. Alright, we get set on a fucking foyer. I don't know, Kagero, what is the idea here? This seems like this man does not know where to aim, so that's pretty good for us, per se. There's also no cross shots from here, so I can just dive this island without an issue, so that's pretty cool. We're just gonna drop that real quick. The drops are pretty similar to the ones that, for example, the Prince van Oranje gets. So they have pretty... Oh my god! I fucking dropped him with my... Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Wow! I don't think that ever happened to me before. That's a bit unfortunate. I was wondering why the cooldown was so good on my drops. Because normally it's 14 seconds and now it was just, whatever, 13 or something. So I was kind of pondering about what just happened there. Well, the good thing about this ship is that your nose plating and also your ass plating, every plating that you have on the ship, is basically 32 millimeters. Therefore, only Yamatos are gonna get the overmatch. So that's pretty decent. I don't know what the Akizuki's doing, why he's wasting time on trying to farm me here. He's never gonna get that kill no matter what. I think I should have sticked with the AP here, to be honest, but it was just way too juicy to get these permafires here. So we get the permafire, that's pretty nice. I don't know, I mean the Akizuki's just sending it into me for no apparent reason. That's a bit sus, I guess. Not quite sure what his idea is. Also, we are just not getting any support. I mean, we have fucking 2 ships sitting behind the A island while I already sit here. That's also pretty stupid. Not sure what their idea is. but it sure as hell isn't helping me. Okay, like what the fuck is this man doing here, though? What the fuck is he doing? I don't know, man. It's very sus. Hopefully he's gonna get spotted before going around this island. I don't want to use my back turret, because the moment I use my back turret I'm probably not angled enough to bounce his shells off my 32mm armament. So that's not something we want to do here. I mean, he's just coming around broadside, so I just think that we should kill him here. We don't. Unlucky. But he should die in the next salvos to come, so should be fine. We get our heal. Maybe we want to repair that just in case our Lenin is too stupid to kill him, which appears so. Yeah, I mean, we lost our entire other side. That's for sure a move. Maybe we can kill this Akizuki here, though. He's overextended as fuck. I don't know. I have no idea what his idea was going into this game. I guess griefing a couple of BBs and just dying for free. That sounds about right. Yeah, no idea. No idea. Let's talk about the ship a little bit. As already mentioned, 32mm nose and deck. Most parts of the ship are 32mm, which means that some HE spamming cruisers have a pretty easy time penning your deck. It's not that hard. You're not a Kreml by any means. You're not good armed. Also, you have a lot of like broadside to shoot at. Basically, the moment you are spotted and not angled properly, a lot of people can lob shells into that part of the superstructure and do massive damage. It's pretty similar to St. Vincent in that regard, that you can just farm this part of the superstructure and get massive damage, while the front part is a bit harder to farm just because you have like all the turrets sitting here. So not a lot of superstructure to be farmed there per se. That's why a lot of people will probably tend to shoot the back part. More than reasonable. Unfortunately, we still have the HE loaded, otherwise that could have been a pretty juicy broadside shot on this man. Let's switch to the AP real quick. Oh, maybe we want to switch to the HE because he's probably going to repair that, and afterwards we can maybe get the double perma-fires. Would be pretty big. Let's see though. Oh, that broadside is also looking kinda tender, man. We saw that he's turning back in, so therefore we aimed for that. And absolutely missed. GG's, man. GG's. Good stuff, bro. I have no idea how I missed so many shots there. Doesn't matter though. We should kill him here, I think. If he's perma-spotted, I don't think he's gonna survive for very long. So maybe we can get a front fire here as well. We kinda aimed a little bit more up front. Unfortunately, we didn't get a fire there. That's a bit saddening. Our Cossack is gonna get the cap, I think. Yeah, he's gonna get it. That's pretty nice. There's a Vladivostok coming as well, so we want to play this island here, I think. Oh my god, brother, what are you doing? Why are you still broadside, my G? Looks like a pretty bad idea. Oh my god, it's aimed! It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy, bro. Alright, we can just sit on this island here. Basically kill both of these targets for free, because they just push into us. And that's also something with the Willem. You can play around islands properly. It's not that hard. Also, it's a very cool thing to sit around islands and just drop people on the other side. If you play a 1v1 against another Wilhelm, you probably shouldn't be the one on the island, because that just limits your maneuverability. So kiting there would probably be the more optimal play. But generally speaking, playing the ship on islands is totally fine and will work for you wonders in most games. I don't know how this man still didn't eat a citadel from me. It's very questionable. But maybe this time. Let's have a look. Yeah. There we go. There we go. That's the citadel. Now we want to push in a little bit further. We can drop this. See whether or not we're gonna get a citadel, like a little a little hit or not. Alright, that's unfortunately flooding. He's gonna turn out there. At least that was what it looks like. So I'm just gonna aim a little bit more above his head. And that should probably hit him if he's turning out further. Yeah, I mean, it's like a halfway thing, right? I don't think we're gonna hit him very good there. But a little bit of a hit. And a fire. Fire is more important than like the actual hit. I mean, we only hit one shell, so it does not really matter too much anyways. Oh, there's the Cossack. Do we have Hydro on our Almant is the question. I don't know. I never played that ship, to be honest. To be quite honest, I've never played that shit. The also issue, I can't really lob my drops into this Colombo. Just because the Colombo is in a Haaland right next to him, so it's gonna be quite a difficult challenge to do anything there. In terms of dropping man's action game. Right, we got another shot in the air. We see the torps, I don't know if we can dodge them though. I think we can. But I think we kinda fucked it here a little bit with our little turn. It worked out fine in the end. In the end, it worked out fine. Alright, we're gonna get a... No, we're not gonna get a salvo on him yet. Maybe in a second. I think he's gonna turn back into the other way. So that's what we aim for, and we kind of misaimed at GG's. Unlucky. It's unlucky. So the question is the Haaland close enough to shoot down our planes? That's the big question here. Yeah, okay, he is. Unluckies. But maybe not close enough to shoot down all of those planes. Oh, we kind of misaimed, bro. He's reversing for no reason. I guess he's reversing to get the shots on the Lennon or something. I don't know. Quite a bummer there. I think we misaimed that shot. Yeah. Quite terribly misaimed that one. Unlucky, man. Sorry, Almante, I can't save you, bro. I'm just too trash. I am just too trash for that, unfortunately. We're just gonna drop that, because I think he's gonna continue reversing. Not really a reason to change patterns here. Our irresistible is truly on the fucking water. Okay, the Lennon kills him. So only thing left is the Haaland. And the Haaland won't win this game. So pretty comfortable win. 250k, not a bad game at all. And that's just what I mean in terms of glass cannon. This ship truly has the potential to do so much damage. It's insane. I saw people doing like 300k plus games more than once on an evening. And this ship is just prime for that, right? You have so much possibility to farm targets with your HG. Your HG is pretty great as well. Your fire chance on the HG is 49%. So that's pretty cool. The next thing is you have those drops who do massive damage, 50% fire chance on those as well. So it is very easy to farm down targets. Your AP is also great. Obviously you only get 420mm guns or 419mm guns. So you don't get like insane overmatch on all sorts of ships. But at least you have the possibility to overmatch 27, 28mm of plating. I mean, I don't think anything has 28mm of plating, to be fair. I think they're like it's 27 and then 30. But still, you overmatch 27. Most cruisers get 27, 25mm plating, so that's something you overmatch. And your gun accuracy isn't bad, right? It's not something where you say, okay, well, the downgrade is basically the armor piercing or the dispersion or whatever. No, it's really just a great ship overall. The only downside of this ship is truly the armament. Let's go over the armament real quick before we could have a look at the build. That's the armor layout. And basically from this point, beginning, over, like, below this turret, goes the citadel, right? And it goes to, like, here. So it's a massive citadel. The moment you turn broadside, a lot of people can fucking annihilate you. So that's something you have to be careful about. You have to think about where you position. And then you see 32mm plating, everything is 32mm plating. Also the S. The only thing that isn't 30mm plating is obviously the superstructure, 19mm. And that's what I mean, a lot of superstructure to be shot at in the back of the ship. And that's something that a lot of people would do, so you try to cover that as best as you can. Because that's the weakness, right? The moment people can just fucking fist that part of the superstructure and just lob shells into that, you're gonna be in big trouble. Also 32mm plating can be panned by some cruisers that spec EFIA, or also some cruisers that don't have to. For example, like the biggest example for huge pen in terms of HG is Hindenburg, right? Hindenburg pens that pretty comfortable. And there are also some others that have no issues even without EFIA to pen 32mm. So definitely something to be aware of. This is the commander spec, not quite 21 points. Therefore, I will just showcase what you should spec when you get to 21. I would advise you to get the focus fire training. Just reduce the reload on your airstrike armament. It's great. I mean, minus 15% on the 2-minute cooldown is gonna be massive, right? It's gonna do a whole lot for you. So you want to spec into that. And that build, generally speaking, is just a normal BB build, right? You don't really want to go for Furious, even though I kind of see the point in terms of damage maximization that you want to go for it. I just don't think it's worth. You're just gonna suffer big time. Also, same thing with the super heavy, or like with super heavy AP or something. I don't think that's gonna work for the ship. So just the standard BB spec is probably the way to go. We don't take improved repair part units because usually you don't get to 2 million potential before dying. So I rather take the standard heal that we get in the 4th slot. Just get 1 extra heal. I think it's just way more worth because you're gonna get it every single game, and you saw we used all of our heals. Because you will take some damage, right? The ship isn't designed for tanking. Therefore, really worth speccing into that. We don't want to run propulsion, even though I see the point, but just getting that reduced airstrike armament reload time is just way too good. Also, the fact that your airstrike gets more HP is really, really nice against targets with a better anti-air. So I would heavily advise you to get this one. The rest is pretty standard. I would say, to be honest, engine boost modification in this slot could make more sense, but then at the same time I usually only use my boost to get into positions and not to kite. Therefore, I didn't spec it into this because I'm a cheap little goblin who does not have the resources to buy engine boost modifications right and left. Therefore, I didn't purchase it. But if you have enough resources, I would advise you to just get the engine boost modification in the 2nd slot. Rest is pretty standard. Obviously, please don't run range mod. It makes no sense. I mean, our artillery range is 22, so does not really matter. Let's go into our 2nd game. Maybe we can get an even better game. Of course, 250 is already a really, really good game. But the ceiling is, or the damage ceiling with Wilhelm is so far up. I had a lot of games where 300k and more. So it's not that hard to achieve. It's honestly pretty easy if you're just a little bit careful with your armament. Because that's truly something that can end your games really, really fast. Just because your armament is just way too trash to tank when you are trying to make a broadside turnout. Alright. Not the greatest, not the worst map for us. I mean, a lot of island cover, right? So maybe also a lot of people who want to sit on islands. We get the... I don't know, we are middle, so I guess we will play middle at the start. Maybe try to lob something in that area, because people tend to sit here and just, well, just get griefed by drops. So we definitely want to go for maybe something like that. Obviously with our 4-pointer, like our fourth module, we only have 96 seconds of reload on the drop, so 1.5 minutes. If you get the captain skill, you can reduce that even further, so then you are more like, I don't know, I didn't do the math, but I guess around 120, like 1 minute 20. So that would actually push it into a rather fair territory where I can use those more often. Also something to add, I wouldn't spam those. I would wait for the right moments to use those, just because there will be some games where you just stick with your airdrops, and obviously you will have options to drop targets who are kited or whatever, but you usually don't tend to hit those properly. And these drops have the potential to do 20k and above if you aim properly. Therefore, I would just wait for a good timing on targets who are stationary, reversing, going forward, sitting on islands, all these sort of things that are easier to aim and more impactful in terms of damage. Just because you get these drops on a large cooldown, right? It's not something you can spam. Therefore, I would wait for proper timing. Alright, let's see. I mean, I would like to play maybe this island here. Something around that. For the start, I would just check if something wants to cross here. Because then we can maybe punish that with AP. Otherwise, I don't know. Otherwise, I guess we will just stick to the plan and go to the A cap afterwards. Let's just see what they have here. I guess nothing that we will spot is gonna go there. Unluckies. Alright, okay. So nothing we spotted is going like straight to the B cap. So now what we are gonna do is we're gonna turn and try to get like the cross shots on this side. Because as said, the guns are also great. You don't actively need to use the drops, because your guns are also doing so much damage. Oh my god, a cool first, that's gonna be very juicy for me. Let's just get that AP salvo. On the man, he's turning out, so I might have misaimed it, I don't know. Ah, the Spurge is kinda saving our ass here. Otherwise I don't think we would have hit him. And I mean, this gameplay might look cheap, that we're gonna pull off here. But it's a proper way to play the ship. There's not really a reason... Oh. I think the moment he sees the drop, he's gonna accelerate. Yeah. Oh, I'm just in this man's head, bro. I'm just in this man's head. And then he's gonna turn out. Oh, I'm surprised we only got 2 hits there. I think it should have been way more than that, but... whatever. Whatever, man, whatever. Oh, we are just way too good at this game, bro. I'm in his head, bro. I'm in his fucking head, brother. He can't escape. Unfortunately, he didn't repair from the first drop. Therefore, the double permafire didn't do anything for us. But those are the moments that I mean. Those are the moments where you can really get some good value out of this ship. I didn't aim that high. Islands in World of Warships, man. And you see, I mean, this is cheap gameplay, right? We just sit here, but we want to keep our HP pull for as long as possible. There's not really a point for us to ever push into a Kurfürst, for example. It just does not make sense. Also, kiting doesn't make sense here, because we can use all of our turrets without being spotted. So why would we be spotted? Our Iwami and our Pommern can tank. It's not really a point for us to do the tanking yet. We want to keep as much HP pull for the start. And that's also something you... as bad as it seems, or as bad as it might listen to. But if you are a decent player, sometimes you just have to use like the teammates around you to tank for you. Because they're not gonna do it on their own. So you just kinda have to force them to their luck. And I guess, I mean, the Torps will come. I don't know if he has Hydro active. I guess he's not Hydroing right now. Or is he? I don't know. Okay, now we're spotted. Not 100%. I don't know how the fuck this man didn't... Alright. We're just gonna drop that. He's gonna be dead. I think. Yeah, he's definitely dead. Let's just switch to the... Wait, what? 10 ricochets, bro? Seriously, man? I mean, he shot his turret, so we can just make the turnout here. He should be dead with that salvo. I have no idea where I hit the man to deserve fucking 10 ricochets. That's a bit sus. We want to push out here, because we were spotted no matter what, so we can also kite these people. It's a bit unfortunate that our Pommern is not even trying to use the secondaries. Not sure what's up with that one. So now we just want to play it kited here, trying to get some damage on these people. Let's see, maybe he's gonna turn out or something, that would be very fun. The Libertad might be pushing in, so that's something we definitely want to farm when the moment arises. We just won the other side pretty heavily, so I think the game is over for the enemy at this point. They're gonna get into the A-cap, but that's about it. Not gonna do a whole lot more than that. I don't know, Pommern, bro. I don't know, man. That gameplay. It's looking kinda suspicious here. I'm just interested in whatever this Libertad is doing. Because I think there's gonna be a great opportunity for me to do some damage on this man. Oh yeah. There we go. The thing is, the man just turns out and all these sort of things. He's gonna probably repair after eating these torps. He's gonna eat all of them, right? Oh my god, this Libertad is fucking Monka trash. That's crazy. What the fuck is he doing, man? What the fuck is he doing, man? We're just gonna drop that. Maybe we're gonna hit him or not, I don't know. But what we are definitely gonna do is just lob some shells into him and basically get the permafires here for free. Wait. How didn't we hit? What? How the fuck did we miss? Bro, I might be tripping, man. I might be tripping, bro. Like, how the fuck did we miss that? I guess he could just completely stop there, right? So that just threw off my aiming completely. Let's get the permafires. Let's also force him out of this cap, I think. I think he's just dead there, to be honest. Like, if he reverses, he's dead. I think he's dead no matter what. So, like, either my drops or my shot will kill him. Now we can just basically farm here for free. The Shimmer is still in the cap, so he's not gonna do anything about us. So we can just sit here, kite it, and just farm these people. Just get the permafires. Just getting those juicy permafires. Nice. We still repaired. I think he's gonna stay on this course, so we're just gonna drop it. If he's not careful, he's gonna eat the entire drop. I don't know if he's fast enough, though. I think he's fast enough. Should be fine. If we get that front fire, that would be very, very cool. Fortunately, we just don't. We just can't, man. We just can't make it work, bro. Can we? Finally. I mean, now he's just running on a triple. We farm him for all it's worth. Push ourselves above 200k for the big PR. And that's something that is very bad on the ship. You have to do a lot of damage in order to get decent PR. So we're gonna switch now to the Castilla. We don't want to kill the Leon straight up. We want him to survive. I would like him to get another super heal if possible. Just so we can do more damage. Because the game is over, it does not matter what we do at this point. The only thing that matters is that we get more damage out of this one. The question is that Lion smart enough to switch to the AP eventually on me? It's like the big question here. Oh, he's repairing. Very cool, very nice. Very, very good, man. Oh, he's shooting AP, that's very unfortunate. Maybe now we can showcase the weak armament, after all. I mean, we just lob some shells into this man now. And just kill him basically outright. The only issue that we will face here, yeah, is the torps probably. And also the fact that this man finally found the button for the AP. So that's something that we just have to deal with somehow. Not quite sure how we're gonna do it. But I mean, I'm just gonna get like one turret on this man. And the other turret on the other dude. And then we can just try to kill him here, straight up. We're gonna get another drop on him. Obviously we die here, that's a bit unfortunate. But I think he will die here, pretty much guaranteed. Not because of our drop, but because of the fires. Or maybe because of the drop, I don't know. Let's see, let's hope. Okay, he's gonna survive this. Unfortunately, we're just trash at the game, I guess. Yeah, I mean, truly that gameplay on the border was kinda sus there. I tried to grief for as much damage as I could. Obviously, worked out relatively fine. At least in terms of damage. Obviously, normally I would have just killed the lion and I could have killed the Castilla easily. And I wouldn't have died there. But for personal benefits, I tried to farm as much damage as I could. Another game where we are first in the team. And that's basically the Willem for you guys. Both games 250k. I mean, this one a little bit below that. But that should just showcase how insanely strong this ship is. Should it be nerfed? Probably. Do I really care about it? No, because Wilhelm works best against retard ships, so the moment I play against a Wilhelm, it doesn't really concern me too much, right? Because usually I'm properly dodging the drops, and most Wilhelm players don't have the aim to actually hurt me in my cruisers. So if I see a Wilhelm in the enemy team, 9 out of 10 times it's a fucking 40% win rate player who doesn't know what he's doing. So I'm not too concerned about it, and usually I'm just fine playing into that. If there's a really good player on the Wilhelm, it's gonna be a tragedy for me, for sure. But I just don't think World of Warships is gonna touch this ship anytime soon, as unfortunate as it might sound. So therefore, we just have to deal with whatever this atrocity of a damage output ship is. So yeah, I guess we just have to deal with it. I would probably advise Wargaming to have a strong look at either the guns or the drops, either one. Both together is quite insane stuff. So that's it for this episode of the Frog explaining some World of Warships. And I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.